Good morning students. So here I am going to teach about synthetic fibers and plastic from the 8th class, and here the learning objectives are the introduction part I am going to say and about the synthetic fibers. So we are going to learn about very detailed about the nylon, rayon and the plastic and other things. Okay, but in this today's section we are going to learn about the introduction part and the synthetic fibers. What is the synthetic fiber? Okay, so let us talk about the topic synthetic fibers and plastic. So from that I am going to talk about introduction part. First of all, before going to the topic, we have to know what is a fiber. Okay, so how many types of fibers are there? So fiber is a thin thread-like structure. So okay, the fiber is a small thin thread-like structure, and it is of two types. So one is the natural fiber, another is the synthetic fiber. Okay, so one is the natural fiber. So the natural fiber means what? The fiber which is obtained from plants and animals. You know about the sheep. From the sheep we will take the wool. From the silkworm, silk. So like that, the fibers which is obtained from plants and animals is known as natural fibers. Now come back to the next one, synthetic fiber. Our topic is the synthetic fiber, so I am talking about the synthetic fiber. Synthetic fiber is also known as artificial fiber. Artificial fiber indicates a man-made fiber. So man-made fiber means like nylon, rayon, acrylic, so polyester. So this all the things comes under the artificial fiber. Okay. Now the question is, just now I said that natural fiber means it is obtained from the plants and animals, and I am talking of the synthetic fibers. From where it is going to obtain? So it is going to obtain from a substances called petrochemicals. Petrochemicals means the raw material of the petrol. Where suppose when you are extracting the petrol, so you will get all the petrol products and then will be filtered and we are going to separate the petroleum. And whatever the left out particles are there, so that is known as the raw material. Like example, we will take orange. Okay, we have to think that I have an orange. So I am going to take the complete pulp, whatever is there in the orange. Then after taking the juice, extract everything, the left out substances whatever is there, so that is the raw material of the orange. The same way here, after taking the filtration, after pumping the petroleum, we are going to take the substances what is obtained from that and extract it and purify, and everything will go for the process. Then whatever the left out particle is there, we call it as a raw material. And with that also we can prepare so many things. So that is only called petrochemicals. Okay, you understand from where the synthetic fibers are obtained from. So it is obtained from a petrochemicals, raw material of the petroleum. Please remember, it is obtained from raw materials of petroleum. Okay, so raw materials of the petroleum. Now the question is, what is synthetic fiber? Okay, we understand what is the synthetic fiber, where it is obtained from. Now the question is, what is synthetic fiber? From the synthetic fiber only the cloths will be prepared? No. So even whatever the household particles are there, that particular parts also, that material is also going to prepare by the synthetic fiber. So synthetic fiber is prepared, the cloths like nylon, rayon, the same way even the household particles also will be prepared. Okay. Now let us see what is the synthetic fiber. Synthetic fibers have a chain-like structure formed by the joining small units together. So to understand this, let us talk about small examples. Like if you take the bed necklace, means a beads will be there, no? Okay. So like that, beads will be there. So you can see the bits will be joined together one by one, then it forms one of the structure. So that is called bed necklace. Okay. The same way, if you take the paper clip, you know the paper clip, no? Somewhat here it will be like this. Okay, paper clip. If you take only one paper clip, it will be like this. If you join the paper clip like this, it also gives some shape, some structure. So by this what you understand, whenever it is a single form, so we call it as a unit. When you are going to join the one unit, so it forms one structure. The similar way, here also in the synthetic fibers, one substance is known as a unit. That unit will be joined together and forms into one shape. So that okay, by observing the lens or anything, you can see so many thin, very thin, fine structure-like substances you can able to see. So that is only what I want to say. So here, whenever you observe a single unit, the single unit is known as monomers. Okay, so monomers. Mono indicates a single unit. A single unit. Like just now I said, one paper clip. So one paper clip means only one paper clip. Okay, one bed. So one bed means it's only one bed. If you join that one only, it is going to get one shape. The same way here, the monomers, one monomers, if it joins, then only you will get a chain-like structure. So that chain-like structure only we call it as polymers. So poly indicates many, okay, and mers indicates it's a unit. Please remember this point. Monomers and polymers. They will ask this question: what is the difference between the monomer and the polymer? So monomers means it's a single unit. Polymers means many units. So when the monomers will be joined together one by one, so it forms one of the structure that is only called polymers. Okay. So now come back to the what is synthetic fiber. Synthetic fibers have chain-like structure. Now you understand what is the chain-like structure? So chain-like structure means repeating of the unit. Means it is repeating the unit. So what unit here? Monomers. Okay. So here it is repeating one unit and forms a chain-like structure. So formed by joining small units. Small units are nothing but the monomers. So when the monomers are joined together, it forms a polymers. So that is only known as a synthetic fiber. Okay. Each small unit in the chain is a chemical substances. So the joining of one unit, so it is because of the chemical substances which is present in that. Already we know that in the synthetic fibers, what type of substances is present? Petrochemicals. So there are material of the petroleum. So here whenever it is joining together, a chemical substances will be joined and it forms a chain-like structure. Okay. So many small identical units combine to form a large unit. So small units, the identical small units will be combined and forms into a large unit, big extension unit or big unit. So that is only called polymers. So polymers indicates many units. Monomer means it's a single unit, a one unit. Okay. Now next one. Okay, fine. So then now we understand about what is the synthetic fiber. How the synthetic fibers are made up of. Now suppose if you went to the shop, garment shop, and you want to buy something, the fibers. You want to identify the fibers. How we are going to identify the fibers, whether the person given is a natural or the synthetic? How can you identify? By saying that, is it able to identify the substances, the fibers? No, it's not possible. Okay, sometimes it may be possible because the natural fibers may be dull, okay, dull in color because it is naturally obtained. But if you talk about the synthetic, it is somewhat shiny substances. So by seeing that the nature of the lustrous in nature, you may identify that the given fiber is a natural or the synthetic. But in every time it's not possible to identify. Then how we are going to identify? So by observing the test called burning test. Okay. So now we are going to do the small activity that is called the burning test. So now for this burning test, you have to take one small rod or the iron piece or the small wire. Okay. For that wire, select some different types of fibers which is present in your house. Small samples, and take the small sample of the thread, okay, of the thread, and cut a thread and take the layers from that. Suppose if the cloth is like this, if you remove like this, one layer it will come. Okay, so if you have the layers, okay, if you have the layers like this, it's okay. You can cut it and you can thread it. But if you don't have this type of thing, if you have this type of thing, so if you cut the small piece of cloth, if you go on remove like this, the small thin fibers will come out. So you have to select that type of fibers, and then you take one glass rod or else a small wire. Then you have to place it like this. The yarn. So we call it as yarn. So this one we call it as yarn. So take that hold up. So trace it, the yarn, and place it like this and start doing the activity. So you have to take the flame. Okay. So for this you have to take the flame. But whenever you are going to take the flame, you must clean the table, place the candle, and before going to start this activity, please cover your mouth with the mask or something. The cloth, at least one cloth, because the smell is not good for our health. But even though we have to observe the smell. So now start doing the activity. So just now we prepare the small rod by tying or holding the twist was the yarn. So now take that yarn and place it near this flame. Now you have to do the observation. So what observation you are going to do? You have to smell it, but you should not smell a lot. Just you have to observe it. Okay. So suppose if you get the burning hair smell. Do you observe any time the hair is burning, or else some animals the hair will be burning, you will be getting some type of smell. So when you get the hair burning smell, so it means that the given fiber is a wool or a silk. Okay, please remember that. If you get the, so we are doing the burning test. We are doing the burning test activity. So for this burning test activity, if the smell will be the burning hair smell, it means that the given fiber is a wool or a silk. Okay, first one is completed, we are confirmed whether it is a wool or silk. Next one, go for the next, again the same way, go with the next fiber. Then again if you are getting the paper burning smell, so we are very familiar with the paper burning smell because we have a habit of tearing the papers from the book and burning it. So you can understand or smell it, the burning paper, you can identify. So here when you identify the burning paper smell, then it means that the given fiber is a cotton or rayon. Okay, cotton or rayon. The next one, yarn melts into the flame. Suppose for example you have a polyethylene cover, transparent polyethylene cover. If you give the flame, immediately what happens? Within a fraction of seconds, the flame comes out here and it forms like a round ball. It will be melted very fast. The same here, the yarn will be melted in the flame. Then it indicates the given fiber is a nylon or alkalic. So this is about the identification of the burning test. So by this burning test, we can understand the given fiber is a wool or silk by identifying the burning hair smell, cotton or rayon by identifying the burning paper smell, and nylon or alkalic by observing the yarn melted in the flame. So this is about the introduction part of the synthetic fibers. So in this section we learn about fibers. The fibers are of two types. One is the natural fiber and synthetic fiber. Natural fiber is obtained from the plants and animals. Example, you can take the silk, wool, cotton. It is obtained from the plant. So these are the examples. Still so many examples are there. You can note down from the book. Okay. Next, synthetic fibers. So the synthetic fibers are obtained from the petrochemicals, the raw material of the petroleum. Next, we learn about identification of synthetic fibers. In our house also you can see some of the household articles are made up of synthetic fiber. The same way, whatever the mats you have, the bed sheets and the curtains and the dresses, your socks, your belt and your tie and your dress. So everything is made up of the synthetic fibers. Even your school bag, basket, whatever you are bringing the tiffin box. So everything is made up of synthetic fiber. So not only the fibers, what you are obtaining, even the household particles also, household materials also made up of the synthetic fiber. Next we identify what are the units for this. So that is about the monomers and polymers. So we learned this monomers and polymers by taking the example of pet necklace and the paper clip. So if it is one single substances, we call it as a unit. If it is joined together, we call it as a polymers. So poly means many, mer means unit, mono means single, mer means unit. Okay. So you have to learn about the difference. Monomers, single unit, polymers, many units. So like that it joined together and it forms a chain-like structure. Where combines and forms a large chain-like structure. That chain-like structure only is known as a polymers. Okay. By that the synthetic fibers are prepared. Next one is the identification. So when you want to identify the substances, it's not possible to identify by observing the fiber because some are lustrous in nature, some are not lustrous in nature. If it is not lustrous also, it may comes in the synthetic fiber because synthetic fibers are obtained from the minerals. So minerals means it will be shiny particle. So maybe by observing that you may observe and you can identify and you may confirm that it is a synthetic fiber. But sometimes you may be failed. So for that reason, you have to move with the identity test by burning test. So whenever you are getting this type of smells, you have to understand this type of fibers. Okay, hope so that you understand this first section, and tomorrow you are going to learn about how the preparation of nylon is taking place, rayon, alkali, one by one fiber. So